Hello everybody. Welcome to a new episode of Nile Tech. With your AI host Sarah. We will explore various fields of information technology and technology updates locally and internationally. We will engage conversations with many experts in this field. In addition, we will know about everything new in the field of AI, machine learning, information and communications technology, and artificial intelligence. At Nile Tech, we will follow events, cover activities, and attend exhibitions and conferences on everything related to artificial intelligence, mechatronics, and information technology. Just stay with us.
Five surprising ways generative AI will change our lives. Generative AI is reshaping everyday experiences, from enhancing sports and movies with advanced technology to changing homework methods and internet searches. It's also influencing cooking with personalized recipes and altering the landscape of personal relationships through virtual platforms. This overview covers the impact of AI in entertainment, education, culinary arts, and relationships. OpenAI introducing ChatGPT Store. The ChatGPT Store introduces a groundbreaking platform for creating and selling custom GPT models, making AI more accessible to a wider audience. This innovative approach, featuring the user-friendly GPT Builder, empowers creators and marketers to easily develop personalized AI assistants, transforming the commercial AI landscape. The store's unique model and OpenAI's strategic expansion signify a new era in AI technology, offering diverse opportunities and business growth in the AI sector. How life will look like. In 2050, since the turn of the century, technology has rapidly improved. Our reality is now filled with things that were mere dreams in the past few decades, seeing how the past is unfolding. I was curious about what the 30 years would look like. So I did a little digging into what life might look like in 2050 for us. Let's take a look. Nanotechnology first. Let's take a look at nanotechnology over the years. Scientists have made exciting developments and discovered numerous innovative applications for nanotechnology. As it stands, nanotechnology has the potential to change life as we know it. Experts in the field believe that nanobots will in the future be fitted into our brains, connect us to the virtual world more readily and faster with the use of brain-computer interface technology. The mind and computer will be one, making humans very powerful beings with access to endless information and solutions to problems that the mind wouldn't be able to solve. If nanotechnology reaches that stage, there may be no need for gadgets like phones and calculators. Well, this is very exciting for the student of the future. Looks like math will not be a universal challenge much longer. 3D print technology. The next tech advancement that we can expect in the future is the rise of 3D print technology. 3D print technology is already advanced, but we can expect it to be even more advanced in 2050. Right now, we have 3D printed tools, and homes in the future we will be able to print more tools, perhaps by 2050. The finality of death may be a thing of the past, with the brain connected to a computer through BCI technology. The information stored in our brains can be transferred into a hard disk like computer files. That means the data, including memories, can be retrieved and uploaded into another being, maybe a more advanced humanoid robot. This way, the best minds in every field will be preserved and able to continue working on innovations, another improvement to consider.
Welcome back. Let's check out the coming report.
3D printing is known as additive manufacturing, is a method of creating a three-dimensional object layer by layer using a computer-created design. 3D printing is an additive process whereby layers of material are built up to create a 3D part.
3D printer is a type of additive than subtractive manufacturing because in additive manufacturing there is no waste in material. So let's have a close look in 3D printer. Here we have a bed and a nozzle, and this is a filament. It's not a plastic, it's friendly to environment. It's a PLA actually. We have a 3D model design. Then we put it in a Cura slicer software. Then we have SD card to put the design on it. And then we start to print our design.
Space environment is a branch of astronautics, aerospace engineering and space physics that seeks to understand and address conditions existing in space, affect the design and operation of spacecraft.
Our department working in the predicting the hazards of space environment. Space environment has a lot of hazards that affect on the satellite subsystem mainly, that may cause a failure of this satellite. So it's very important to predict this hazard. We use a powerful tools like has accordingly when we know this hazard, we can the designers of satellites consider this hazard and reconstruct the satellite. Also, from in our department, we working on developing the subsystem according to withstand the hazards of space environment. We develop the material. We develop to measure this hazard. Also, we working to develop the thermal control system to control the temperature of the satellite because the satellite may affect by changing the rate of change of the temperature in the space is very high.
Cloud computing enables customers to use infrastructure and applications via the internet without installing and maintaining them on premises.
Cloud computing is a service that came up a few years ago to replace traditional computing systems. It's all about going to the cloud. Traditional services or legacy services used to cost a lot, use CapEx model to invest much money in getting services or servers. Now let's talk about SASE. SASE is a security technology that came up a few years ago. SASE is a concept that uses secure edge to secure access. It's mainly about getting your access to your cloud application, but through a proxy server that uses security technology to give you a secure access to your infrastructure or your cloud-based applications.
Large clouds often have functions distributed over multiple locations.
Dear viewers, let's watch the coming interview conducted with our distinguished guest. To know more about our main topic of today's episode.
Agriculture and robotics today. Agriculture is one of the most important features of life. We as humans, we depend heavily on the crops that are produced from several agricultural operations. However, in today's world that we live in, we need to understand how can we utilize different robotics as well as artificial intelligence tools to further extend our potential of producing healthy agricultural crops. Thus comes the topics of agricultural robotics. When we think about it, the world everywhere is being challenged today about how can we improve the usability of different tools that we have to produce more crops, or even to tackle the different challenges that we face during the evolution of different crops production. To tackle that, we can rely upon different robotics devices in order to provide better agricultural systems. In today's talk, we'll be addressing the different dimensions that should be addressed in order to produce a healthy agricultural robotic system. Moreover, we'll be thinking about some of the challenges that we need to consider in order to provide better systems. In a natural operation of agriculture system, we need first to understand if the healthy fruits are ready to be collected or not. Hence, come one of the tools that we can rely upon, which is robotic inspection system. Using a robotic arm, we can equip it with a computer vision system or a camera, fix it at its end, and using some artificial intelligence tools, we can use it to inspect the different vegetables or fruits that are being laid over the trees. Based upon the artificial intelligence software that we develop, we can know if a specific fruit is fresh and ready to be picked up, or if it's swollen or even rotten. Accordingly, this could improve the value of effort that's being done in order to collect fruits, because we can now remove unhealthy fruits from the trees, and furthermore we can collect the ready to be eaten ones or ready to be used ones in a specific other container. One other challenge that we need to think about is how can we cover the vast areas of spaces that we usually implement our vegetation or agricultural systems in. To that end, we can rely upon a group of robotic systems in order to move the different components from one point to another in this farm, for example. One of the projects that we are working in is utilization of legged robotics. Legged robotics in general are some types of robots that have legs, like dogs, horses, or even other number of legs, like an ant or, for example, a spider. Using this type of robotics, we can navigate or move easily in an agricultural environment to move the fruits, for example, from one location to another. Or we can use them to spray some pesticides, for example, on the different trees that we have. One of the hugest challenges that we address in this part, how can we coordinate the motion that could happen between these many robots in all ranges worldwide? So the question becomes, how can we use some robots to cover the areas that we need to while minimizing the energy consumption? Accordingly, we need to tackle a problem that's known as multi-robot coordination. Another topic that we can address when we are thinking about is some of the spaces that we can reach up to is not easily reached using humans or even robots that are with large spaces. Accordingly comes one of the most challenging robotics areas, which is non-legged, non-wheeled robotic systems, such as a snake robot, for example. Utilization of a computer vision equipped snake robot would give us two benefits. First of all, using this snake robot, we can move from one point to another while navigating this hard-to-reach environment in narrow spaces that humans usually cannot go to. Moreover, having this vision-based system on top of this snake, we can use it in order to see whatever the snake robot is seeing. These are some of the topics that are addressed in order to have an integrated system for agricultural robotics. Comes an important question. Where does AI or artificial intelligence fits in this picture? AI as a tool in general could be used in any of these. Artificial intelligence gives us in order to use these to covers that are being faced. For example, AI could be used in order as the images that are being provided from this inspection robot. And it simply gives me a quick decision, is this fruit healthy or not? On another level, AI could be used to coordinate the motion between these multi-robotic systems in order to tell me which robot should go to which tree in order to spray or to collect the fruits from there. The challenges that are being faced when we integrate robotics with software and artificial intelligence are vast. We are still taking the very first steps in order to implement these two highly growing fields of science into a healthy application, into an application that could benefit us and even more extend the potential that we can produce from our regular vegetation or agricultural systems. We are still taking the very first steps. However, regarding the future upcoming challenges, it will be up to you to take what are the possible tools, for example, to be used in order to extend whatever we have reached. Best wishes towards a better tomorrow using agricultural robotics. From today up to tomorrow, it will be your challenge.
TIBASAT was launched in 2018. It has two payloads. The first payload is the governmental payload, and the other payload that we are responsible for is the commercial payload. We are providing the commercial payload in order to provide all the governmental sectors in Arab Republic of Egypt with the broadband internet service, in addition to connectivity between different sites in Arab Republic of Egypt, even though we have some coverage outside Egypt as well. For the commercial payload, it consists of 22 beams. Those 22 beams have 12 beams inside Egypt that covers all the Egyptian territory, in addition to 10 beams that covers certain location outside Egypt in North Africa and the Middle East as well. The 12 beams that outside Egypt covers the eastern of Libya, Sudan, Tanzania, Ethiopia, Congo, Kenya, in addition to some other beams in the Palestine, Lebanon, Jordan, Syria, and north of Saudi Arabia as well. So for these regions, we can provide internet service. We can provide connectivity to any location that lies in these regions. The main advantage of having a payload like TIBASAT is that you don't need to lay down infrastructure like cables and something like this, especially in crisis situation like what we are seeing right now in Sudan and in Gaza and Libya or something like this. Once you need to provide a communication service, where you just put your terminal there and we can set up the communication in 24 hours. And this is one of the main advantages of having a satellite communication payload like what we have in TIBASAT. The role of artificial intelligence comes in the application layer, and this comes after securing the communication channel between the different terminals. Once you have the data, you start with dealing with this data through whatever application you need, through either data processing or artificial intelligence. It depends on your application. But the main advantage of having a payload like TIBASAT is to provide between different destinations. The first year for the National Telecommunication Company to be in the Egyptian market, because we are busy establishing the infrastructure for the ground station. Right now we have the ground station ready. We have two ground stations, by the way. The main ground station is in Cairo, in the high step in Field Marshal Hussein Tantawi base, and the other one, the backup station, is located in Kenya, and this is the backup station. The main advantage here is to have a main and backup station. This secures the service for our customers 24/7 with a service quality that reaches 99.99%. This is going to be our main infrastructure. That's why we have plans in order to have the second generation of TibaSat. So we have right now TibaSat 1, and in the near future we are going to have TibaSat 2 in order to cover not only the Egyptian territory but extend our coverage outside Egypt in different regions based on the market study. We have a great cooperation between the national telecommunication company and the Egyptian Space Agency, because we have different roles here. The Egyptian Space Agency is mainly concerned by the development and the research and development of the satellite itself. But for the national telecommunication company, we are concerned with the business and how to provide our customers with a business model that can make benefit of the development and modules developed by the Egyptian Space Agency.
It is the end of this episode of Nile Tech. See you in a new edition with more updated subjects related to information technology and artificial intelligence. Waiting for your comments and opinions on the program's Facebook page.